Alright, so as you can tell, it is firmly in the middle, well, beginning to middle parts of winter here in Michigan, and with that comes time to work on projects. Mainly, my focus for this winter is going to be this guy. So, if you haven't seen my last video, this is a Speeduino-based ECU, and we're going to be putting it on my Porsche 944. So, the real questions that I'm sure anyone that looks at this is going to have is, why? As you can see, it drives right now. There's technically nothing wrong with it, but it runs super rich, and I don't really like that. I like to have much more clean burn. My wife doesn't like the smell. If it starts in the garage, kind of gasses everything out. So what I'm hoping to do by putting a Speeduino in it is to get it to run stoic, make it happy, make it run super reliable, but also be able to potentially add things to it later. So I'm not ruling out power adders at some point in time, but for now, the main thing is that I want to be able to just control it. The other upside is with these guys and some new ignition coils is we are going to put individual coils on this. So if you don't know the ignition system on these, they are distributor based with a standard old school oil filled coil. And what people have found is that past 5-ish thousand RPMs, the spark dwell time is not long enough because of the speed of the motor to get enough sufficient charge, so your spark energy starts to tail off after those RPMs. And these cars love to rev. I like to rev them, but I like to be nice to them. So I'm hoping that by getting more spark energy and a more reliable spark, even at higher RPMs, it'll carry out power further and hopefully just make the overall driving experience just a little bit better. So basically, this is just an introduction on the project, how I'm going to do it, and what we're going for. The biggest thing is that it's not a complete rewire. I have no aspirations to rewire the whole ECU for this car. So, and I also want it to be as stock as possible. Like visually stock, I say. So hop in, turn the key, everything starts, runs, drives normal. No gauges, no pods, nothing like that. Just standard hop in, turn the key. I want it to be stock appearing, but with modern hardware and modern logic and all of that stuff. So that is the goal. So we're gonna do a parallel ECU install. So what that basically means is that you leave your factory ECU installed, leave all the wiring, leave everything, and then you basically install this on its own with enough redundant sensors, because there really isn't that many sensors required to make an engine run. And then you basically let them live side by side. So because it's so old, there's not a lot of intellectual, well, ECUs are plenty smart, but they don't know when things have been disconnected when it's 40 some years old. So basically it's not going to know that injectors aren't hooked up. It's not going to know that coils aren't being fired. It's just going to think the engine's running. So that's part of the speed and reference sensors. They'll still be there. They'll still be picking things up. So the ECU will still think that the engine's running, even though it's not actually providing the fuel and spark. So we just got enough redundant sensors. So you got intake temp, coolant temp, your position sensors. So that's another thing that I'm going to go into pretty deep on. This is making cam pickup sensors and a crank pickup sensor and making those work with modern things. So that's kind of the whole overarching high side of things. This is not going to be very entertaining. It's not meant to be a guide to anyone at all. It's meant to just be a documentation of how I did it, and maybe someone along the way will want to do something similar, and they can kind of use this as a reference guide or a stepping stone to get to where they want to be. So I have no plans of selling any of this stuff, but I'm hoping maybe someone gets some good use out of it later down the road. So with that said, I wouldn't start copying anything until we get all of this sorted and you can see how it actually ends up if you want to follow those paths. But for now, that's where we're getting started. I'm still in the hoarding phase of parts. We're really close to being done, and that's probably the biggest thing, is just planning. So let's talk about planning, because I like to try and plan everything ahead of time before I spend any money. So I'm actually just gonna show you how I plan to do this. So basically, I just have a giant Google Doc. This is how I did my previous project, and it really came in handy because basically any links, anything you need to buy, you keep them all in one place. It's not locked to a device. I really think it's very handy and useful. But from there, I basically figure out what pinouts are required. So like all of your factory sensors you're reusing, your ECU pinouts, and then obviously you're gonna have a whole bunch of new electronics, so you need a fuse box. So how do you wire that fuse box out? So all of that stuff I try to plan out ahead of time, put it in a place that you can get to no matter what. And so far it's worked out very, very well. I don't find myself missing a lot of things or needing to repurchase things because they just kind of all live in a central place. And with that, I was able to kind of figure out what sort of ECU did I need. Did I need something more sophisticated, less sophisticated? Where is that line? And it basically helps plan out everything from how big of a fuse box you need, how many relays you need, how you're going to trigger it, to where do I actually need to connect things, what sensors need to be ran where, and all of that fun electrical stuff that I don't really enjoy, but I know it's a means to an end, and we'll get through it. So if this is something you guys want to follow along, feel free to subscribe or just comment, or don't do any of that. It doesn't really matter to me, but yeah, so hopefully you stick around. I think this is going to be good. I really hope it turns out good, but I guess only time will tell. And I might be an idiot, but here we are. So thanks for watching.